Hey, everybody, Joe Murray just sitting here. Happy Wednesday to you all. Had a nice little beach day yesterday. If you can see, I got a tan coming in. Um, I'm very famous for the sunglass tan. There we go. We got it going a little bit over here. See that? The little sunglass tan. This thing by the end of the summer, man, it's out of control. But had a beach day yesterday over in Nahant. Had a beautiful day. It's another hot one today as well. Here in Boston, I can feel the heat like seeping through my studio right now. It is another hot one. We're having a heat wave here in Boston. So, just sitting here today, got a bunch of topics to get into as well here on the show. We'll do a little bit of sports, but I got a ton of other stuff that I want to get into today, including Adirondack chairs. I did some shopping yesterday looking for one. Yesterday, I watched a movie last night that I want to get into as well, an oldie, but a goodie as well. And I went to the store and I had to try something. I saw a cookie out there that I had to try. So we'll do a live taste test today on the show. And it's not often when like you eat something, at least for me, like, all right, it's easy. All right, you can go with fat jokes, whatever you want. But like when I eat something, I think about it. And there was a pizza I had the other day that I'm still thinking about. And we'll talk about that as we get into the show. But Just Sitting Here podcast, you can hear it on Spotify, YouTube, and on iTunes. I believe this might be like the 56th edition of Just Sitting Here. I've been doing a lot of them by myself. It's the summer. It's hard to get people on, man. And I just don't want to bother anybody. You know, it's the summertime, and if someone wants to come on, just hit me up and we'll work out a day. So I'm trying to do these 2 or 3 days a week going forward here. I will be on the Adam Jones program tonight. I'll be working with Adam. I'll be on 6 to 11 tonight, and then I'll be on with Toucher and Rich the rest of this week, and then all of next week doing mornings. So I'm not sure how much of the podcast I'll be doing, but when I can, I will do so. And again, I'm going to be spending a lot of time from the beach, especially betting over the next couple of months with everything that's happening in the sports world. So one thing you can do today is you can chat into the show, and people already got him coming in. What's up, Joe? What beach, Joe? Nahant Beach. That's where I went. That's where I've been going. It's 5 miles from my house. Marshall Hook checking in. You need to take callers. We got the chat, man. Right? Why call in when you can chat in? Isn't it easier to do that? And my buddy Matty Hogan checking in. Market Basket gingerbread men cookies from their bakery, hands down the best. I'll have to try that. I like everything that Market Basket does. Everything. Plus, I love like their wingies. Joey likes wingies. Those what do they call them? The honey. What are the honey glazed? Is that what they're called? Anyways, their drummies that they have, the drumsticks. Ooh, how dangerous. Over at Market Basket. We'll do some food talk here on Just Sitting Here today. And of course, you can chat in. It's pretty easy. If you're on Facebook, just go right to the page, boom. And if you're on Twitter or Periscope, just go right there. And it comes on over. And if you send them in, I'll pot them up during the show here as well. I just wanted to start with baseball's back. There's going to be 60 games. And the more I look at it, like, okay, great, yay. Like, you got baseball back together. You know, you got it back together. But the more I look at it, this is going to be a shit show. Shit show. There's going to be travel bans probably all over the place. I'm already starting to see reports that there's going to be like 14-day quarantines for traveling. So that's going to be interesting right off the bat. Plus, like, I don't know, they're going to have the DH in both leagues. Like, if someone gets hurt, where are you going to grab these kids from? You can't pick them up in the minors. So where's there going to be like a minor league camp of just guys hoping for a job? The more I think about this, like I'm in it for the shit show, right? Like the fact that it's going to be 60 games, it's different. The extra innings is going to be different as well. Like players are going to be pissed because they're not making any money, and the fact that if you play well, we even reap any of the benefits in the next season. But like I'm in it for the bleep show. I am in it. But again, the more I think about the idea, 60 games, dumb. Glad they got a season going. But again, this is going to continue to be like a trickle down effect. Yeah, they're going to play baseball this year, but it's going to have long-term ramifications on the game, and especially with the union and Major League Baseball. What's going to happen at some point is there'll be a salary cap. That's going to happen. Andrew Raycroft, my good friend, former Bruins goaltender. You can go back and listen to the old podcast in the archives. He won the Calder. There was a lockout. Then there was obviously issues when it came to the league and money, and they ended up putting in a salary cap. He said it hurt his development, and I absolutely agree. It's going to do the same thing with baseball. The owners have the advantage here. There will be a salary cap at some point. Playing 60 games this year, I think, is just to do it to have a season. But in the long run, I think it's stupid. But I'm in it for the bleep show. Anyway, someone's checking in. It's the honey stung wings. There you go. The chef checking in. The honey stung wings are so good. So good. I go to the Market Basket in Reading. That's my spot. And I've told you this before here on the podcast, but I'm afraid to go grocery shopping at a place I don't know. Absolutely afraid. You put me at like somewhere, it's like, hey, Joe, go get this. No. Like, I'm like on FaceTime, like, is this the right one? Is this the right one? The only Market Basket I can go to, or the only shopping place I can go to, is that Market Basket in Reading. I know my way around. I know where everything is. I got a panic attack if I'm like at a different supermarket. Completely freaks me out. Someone's checking in. Most importantly, what's with the Waldick picture in the back? So if you see, this is my studio down here. It's kind of like my man cave in the basement. So I got the Goodfellas over here. I got this autographed picture of Adam Vinatieri. I'm actually in this photo, right where the goal line is. I'm right in here. So that's why I have that photo. On the other side of me is a little Larry Bird autograph at Red Auerbach. I get the Traveling Wilburys because they're like my favorite band. And I got Lord Murray's Cup, which might be bringing a comeback soon. Might be bringing that thing out of retirement coming up soon. The Waldick, I went to a wrestling event, and I forget what it says on the. Oh, it says Waldick where you're at, actually, on the back of it. But this is John 3:16. I gotta put this. I gotta mix it in here, man. I have a ton of stuff down here, man. I got pictures galore. I know you can't see the rest of this, but I'll do that later today. I'll do a whole comment. I'll do a whole thing of my tour of my basement coming up in just a little bit. John checking in. Which sport are you most excited to bet again? It's basketball. The NBA playoffs, dude, rake. Oh, can't wait for some some like totals to come out. I think there's only 3 teams to bet. That's my opinion. I think the Clippers, Lakers, Bucks are the only team. Celtics got a shot. I think you're wasting your money though if you pick on them to win the championship. To win the East, maybe there's something there. I don't know. I think there's only 3 teams if you ask me, but I'm ready for basketball. I think that's going to be very exciting. And I wanted to bring this up quickly regarding baseball, and I see you guys keep chatting them in. I see chats coming in. I'll get to those in a second here, but I just wanted to go over a few things. I wrote these notes down. The Yankees and Dodgers are the favorites this year. I always fade the favorites. Always. But I'm already looking at the win totals. Like the Yankees are 37.5. So if there's 60 games, right? Are they going to win 38 games? Are they going to go 40-20? Is that possible? Like the Astros, 35 wins. The Twins, 34.5. The Rays are 34. The Red Sox are 31.5. The Red Sox better win more than half of their games, right? And I'm going to go over their lineup in just a minute here. 31.5 is the Red Sox total. I'm going to bet over just for the simple fact that they need to be better than 50%. They have to be. Just looking at but looking at the National League, the Dodgers 37.5. They're a good team. But I'm fading both of them to win it all. I'm fading both of them. I wonder if there's a team that can come out of nowhere, like the Rays, right? Like maybe the Rays in the National League, I don't know, the Braves. I'm just trying to think like maybe who could come out in the I don't know. Nationals already won it, so I don't know how interesting they are. But Houston's plus 750. I wonder if they're going to get beaned 60 times this year. And Atlanta plus 1,500. I kind of like that. Maybe Minnesota's a team that comes out of it as well. But I wanted to just kind of go over some of this Red Sox lineup. Like they have to go over their win total. But here's their projected Red Sox lineup. Andrew Benintendi, Xander Bogaerts, Rafael Devers, JD Martinez, your DH, then Verdugo, Vasquez. Maybe there'll be a combo of Moreland, Chavez, Jose Peraza, and Jackie Bradley Jr. The lineup's okay. It's okay. Is it exciting? No. The Benintendi, Bogarts, Devers, Martinez, Verdugo. That's interesting there. And then the Red Sox starting pitching. Vomit. Eddie Rodriguez, Nathan Eovaldi, Martin Perez. Is Colin McHugh even on the team? Does Colin McHugh have to play to be on the Red Sox this year? Just curious. I don't even know who's in the bullpen anymore. Is Brandon Workman the closer? Yikes. Starting pitching, huge issue for the Red Sox. Huge issue. Yikes. Also, I want to just tell you, if you're betting on this stuff, it's impossible to be. If you bet on every single baseball game, you're going to lose your ass. Absolutely lose your ass. It is one of the least profitable sports out there. Now, I know sometimes it's good to bet some dogs. Anytime there's a genuinely heavy favorite, I try to go the other way. If someone's minus 380 on the day, I'll take the dog just hoping that they win. That's been successful, actually, going back in time. Who wants to put minus 400 on a team to win? $400 to win $100? Out on that. But there's been a lot of people who've been like, oh, I'll go match to match with you when it comes to baseball betting. I don't like baseball betting. There's not a lot of value in it. Not at all. So anyways, just kind of wanted to start there when it comes to baseball this year. 60 games. The best thing that's happened about baseball is the fact that we're actually talking about it. Right? Back and forth, the players, the union, then it comes to Major League Baseball. The fact that we even discussed it is the best thing for the game. And now it's going to come back and, we'll get the feel around July 4th. It's going to be, spring training, here we go. 60 games, though. I wonder if it's going to be a hit. I think we all will watch, though, because I think it's going to be a disaster. And then all those baseball purists out there, I can't wait for someone to hit 400. Someone will hit 400 this year. Asterisk. Anyways, I want to get into this Curt Schilling story in just a minute here. Are the rules on bench clearly, Joe? Everyone just hanging up on one another. Are the rules on bench clearly, Joe? Everyone just hugging up on. I don't get the question. Maybe I'm out of it. I don't know what the whole rules are. Okay, I'm pretty sure they're going to add 26 players and a DH in both leagues, and then a runner on second base. Oh, clearing. What are the rules on a bench clearing brawl? Good question. I don't know. Probably not good. Be like the movie Major League, Remember at the beginning of Major League, it was like, oh, these guys stink. That's what we're going to be doing with these Red Sox pitchers this year. Who the hell are these guys? Anyways, moving on, because I want to get into the good stuff. Sports, whatever. Sports. Curt Schilling is off Twitter, but he got in a fight with Trevor Bauer. And Trevor Bauer tried going statistics at Curt Schilling. Tried to be like, hey, you're for 7 years in the league, blah, blah, blah. Like it or not, like Curt Schilling or not, or like his beliefs or not, Curt Schilling may get voted into the Hall of Fame this year. How dare you compare your stats versus Curt Schilling's? Like Trevor Bauer, you were a first-round pick, dude. You've been bounced around in the league. Yeah, you're an all-star, but you're a fourth starter. Dude, you like drones and rap music and shit. This is what you do on the side. Curt Schilling's won World Series. He's pitched over 200 innings. How many years? How many Cy Youngs? How many NLCS MVPs? The guy's been legit. Say what you want about Curt Schilling. He's a Hall of Famer. In my opinion, he is. But to compare your stats to his, that's laughable. Laughable. And Aubrey Huff, too, another guy that's come out here. It's fine to shit on Schilling, but never bring up the statistics. I think that's completely wrong. Going back to the Paul checking. I'm out on baseball. I need a break. Good luck to the Sox, but I can't pay attention. We're going to move on from baseball and talk about better things. So I figured I'd start here today. I'm Joe Mark, just sitting here, the podcast. Wanted to get into a couple other fun things. I have like a nice little back patio back here in my house. And I've been thinking about getting some Adirondack chairs so I can put in my fire pit. And I'm a big dude. I'm 6'3", over 300 pounds. So I can't sit in those plastic Adirondack chairs. Can't do it. I did some shopping. I looked around. Shit's expensive. So I can't buy like a $45 chair, plastic or whatever. I'll break that thing in a minute. So then I was considering, maybe wood. I'm big, maybe the wood's the way to go. Well, that didn't work out. So then somebody mentioned to me polywood. And the polywood's nice, but they're too short for me. I'm too tall. So I've been shopping for Adirondack chairs. And when I looked, the ones that actually fit me and that I like were $240 each. The problem, they're not Joe-proof. Like, these things aren't Joe-proof at all. And like, oh yeah, it comes with a 20-year warranty. What do I need a damn warranty for if I'm going to break the damn thing? Well, remember Tommy Boy? Why do I need a guarantee on the box when it's guaranteed piece of shit? Like, I think we just, I want to trademark Joe-proofed. The other day I went to my friend's pool, right? He's got this little ladder in the pool. And I'm like, dude, this ladder's not Joe-proof, man. And boom, what happened? Psh, thing comes right out. Put a little screw in that bad boy, locked it in, got back in there. Boom, pool is Joe-proof. So maybe that's like the way we got to start doing things. Is it Joe-proofed? So these Adirondack chairs, I'm sitting in them, $240, and I'm like, dude, this ain't going to do it. And the guy's trying to sell me. He's like, oh, yeah, but you get a 20-year warranty. What the fuck do I want a 20-year warranty for if it's like going to break in a minute? I was pissed. So then I start looking around, and then he's trying to get me on a $499 Adirondack chair. By the way, Adirondack chairs, like, you ever see them? Nobody's ever sitting in the damn things. Nobody. It's more of like a fashion design than it is something you actually sit in these days. I couldn't justify paying $499 for an Adirondack chair. And then I'm thinking, I'm like, do I get a rocking chair? Do I get something else for the backyard? I mean, I already got nice chairs. I have a nice little patio set. I got a nice little porch with cushions and pillows and all that fun stuff. It's tough out there, people. You got an idea in mind to buy something, and all of a sudden it's like a $500-$800 investment. I'm out. But I went shopping. I put a post out on Twitter. I asked the people. I said, hey, where do I go and get an Adirondack chair? People are very responsive, so I appreciate everybody's help on that. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just like build my own. That'd be fun. Me like getting wood and carving that thing in the heat. Out. Forget it. Not happening. I did buy this, though. Hell of a chair. I bring it to the beach with me every time I go. It's from DXL. It's Joe-proof. It's like this big DXL fold-out chair, kind of like a tailgate chair that you bring to a Patriots game or whatever. Thing's massive. Massive. Now, I've checked out Facebook Marketplace for chairs. I've done that. I've looked at Craigslist. I did all that stuff. One guy said he'd build one for me for $120, and I looked at it, and I'm like, I'd break that. I don't think it's Joe-proof. So, still looking for an Adirondack chair, except I just don't want to pay the market price on that one. But I will say this. If you are looking, polywood. It's probably the way to go there. I think polywood may be the way to go if you're looking for an Adirondack chair. Also, I mentioned this a little while ago. I got a pizza a couple of weeks back. I saw someone post it, and I'm like, I want that pizza. Now, what makes it special is that it's a Detroit-style pizza. Now, we've heard about New York pizza. We've heard about Chicago pizza. We know the Greek pizza that we get here in the city as well. And I'm like, Detroit pizza? What's that? I love Sicilian, by the way. Sicilian's like where it's at for me. And the North Shore, by the way, not great on the Sicilian, I got to tell you. Got to go back home to get a good pie. Got to go back to Boston. And I'm not even talking the North End. Like, I like Dino's in West Roxbury. Hook me up. In. Leone's in Somerville? Woo-hoo, baby. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorites of all time. Might be one of my favorite pizza joints ever. Now, I love some, like, bar style, you know? Like Pleasant Cafe in Rossendale. That's my jam. That is my jam forever. I'll always love Pleasant Cafe. But I got a Detroit style the other day. And what a Detroit, it's basically like a Sicilian, like thick with cheese and then sauce on the top. It's amazing. Amazing. Cheesy. Tons of sauce. I put a little Parmesan cheese on the top of it. I've been thinking about this pizza for days. So on Monday, I went to the beach. And I was like, I'm going to go pick up the pizza. I call, it just rings and rings and rings. I'm like, what's going on? I want my pizza. They're closed on Mondays. What's up with barbershops, pizza joints? Like, what's up with people being closed on Mondays? Out on that. You know why Monday is a good day to get takeout and you should be open? Because, like, after the weekend, do you want to cook? You just went out all weekend long. Do you want to cook after going to work all day on a Monday, coming home and doing that? No. You're like, dude, I've had a tough day, man. Let's just pick something up. Let's get a pie. How are you closed on a Monday, dude? Anyways, name of this place is called Volo. They're in Swampscott. I want to give them a shout out. They don't know me. I don't know them. But I like your pizza. And I can't find Detroit style anywhere else. So any suggestions on where to find a Detroit style pizza, please let me know. I'd be in on that. Kristen Sermon checking in 98.5 The Sports Hub. Get the Riverview in Ipswich already. Open at 4 p.m. Yes, I will try Riverview. But do they have Detroit style? Or should I just get their pizza in general and just bring it home? Now I'm starting to think about pizza in the area here. So I'm in the North Shore now. And the San Tarpios that's in Peabody, not as good as the one in East Boston. I'm sorry. For all the ones who love that. Leone's, definitely one of my favorites. No doubt. No doubt. I love bar pizza. Don't get me wrong, but like that's what the South Shore does. The South Shore is all bar pizza, town spa, all that shit. I want the good stuff. Okay, you run a pizza shop. Monday's the slowest week. Have you ever made a Detroit style pizza? I want a Detroit style pizza. Oh, I might go get it today. I'm like literally like thinking about it. Bianchi's Pizza is really good, but they changed the name of it and it's moved, and I like it though. A little beachside pizza. Yep, out on the PBD San Tarbios. Out. I'll give you one. That's pretty good here locally here. I like Fosse's and Lynn. A little sweet sauce. And you can get that like family size as well. Very good. If you get a chance to try that. And when it comes to me, there's like the bar pizza, the thin pizza, okay? Thin crust though, that is one of my favorites. Deep dish, overrated. People rate, you got to go to Chicago and get yourself pizza. I've never been to Chicago, but you know what? I eat Uno's all the time, and I like an Uno's. Actually, one of the only pizzas that I eat with a fork and knife is an Uno's pizza. But deep dish, meh, it's okay. But when it comes to pizzas, okay, Sicilian's where it's at for me. Bar pizza, love it. Now, if you're at home, when pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime, baby. There's pizza rolls. right? English muffin pizzas. Like if you get some sauce and some cheese, grab those English muffins, put some sauce on that, put some cheese, put it in the oven. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. But I'm going to give you a little Joey Murr special here. All right. A little Pillsbury Doughboy there thing. You make like biscuits from it. Grab one of those. Okay. Biscuit pizzas. Okay. So get the little Doughboy, make it up, spread them out like you're gonna make biscuits. Okay. Put some sauce on that shit. Put cheese on it. Pop it in the oven. 10, 15 minutes. Biscuit pizzas. Yes, I know that the butter level is extreme with the cheese and the biscuit, but don't knock it until you try it. I'm sure you love pizza bagels. I'm sure you love pizza on English muffins, but pizza on a biscuit is life changing. Absolutely life changing. So, just a little Joey Murr recommendation when it comes to pizzas. A couple other people checking in. Joe Donahue, definitely a Pleasant Cafe guy. So here's the deal with the Pleasant Cafe. Okay, I grew up there. I literally grew up right off Washington, right up Beach, and boom on Poplar. Okay, the Pleasant Cafe is outstanding. It just doesn't look pleasant on the outside, right? Like it's like, oh, that's the Pleasant. Oh, damn, doesn't you know? And then like you got to get a spot in front, or you got to go in that parking lot, walk across Washington Street. You never know. That's always a disaster. And then like when you come in, it's usually waiting for you. The Pleasant though, people love their pizza. They actually have some like sneaky good like plates. For example, their chicken parm dinner comes on American bread with breaded chicken parm and French fries. I love to dip a French fry in some cheese and some marinara sauce. You think about it, right? Ketchup, the honey mustard, the barbecue, the sweet and sour. You don't think marinara. You don't think sauce. But I'll tell you, they do very good. The garlic naan bread at Market Basket, use that as your dough. So I like naan. I'm a fan of naan. One thing we do in the house here is we use the pita breads. We put the pita bread. You can also make them on the grill as well. Little pita bread, little sauce, little cheese, boom, boom, boom on the grill. Now we're talking. Man, I think I want pizza. I've talked myself into this. Plus, anything frozen. I grew up on the Mama Celeste. The Celeste pizzas there. I put one in the microwave the other day, 4 minutes. It was disgusting. And I used to crush those things back in the day. Nope. Got to put them in the oven. If it's not in the oven, it's not even worth eating at all. Not even worth eating whatsoever. I'm Joe Murray, just sitting here on a Wednesday, just kind of giving you a midday check-in. Did a podcast on Monday. If you want to go back, you can hear that on Spotify, iTunes, and on what else is that? YouTube. I like to do this podcast with the streaming capabilities of being on Facebook, but also on Twitter. I'm working on trying to get it on Instagram at some point because most of my audience is there. When I look at the analytics, most people listen on iTunes, so I guess there's a little bit of following there as well. So, but I want to go live on more I guess outlets going forward here. And again, you can chat in. Feel free to use that. You can do it on Facebook or on Twitter. So I wanted to do a taste test today. There's always like something out there like, oh, you got to try the, you got to try the, let me like think of something that's out there. It's like, what's something that's combined? Like, oh, you got to try the blueberry muffin with, Boston cream pie. And it's like, whoa, who mixes those two together? You know? Well, I went to the store yesterday. I'm going to do a live taste test right now. But I went to the store yesterday and I saw this. Chips Ahoy's with Reese's peanut butter cups. What are you thinking when you see this real quick? Are you like gross? In, out? Like what are you thinking here? Because for me, like, we don't keep cookies in the house. I don't keep cookies in the house. But I see Chips Ahoy and then Reese's Pieces, and I'm like, shit, hook me up. So I thought this was a pretty cool combination here. Some people are already saying disgusting, looks good. So I figured I'd kind of do a live taste test here with you guys and, give you my reaction to it. I'll show you what it looks like. Only a few more left. I guess somebody must have liked them. Late night snack last night. But I figured I'd do this. All right. So it's a Chips Ahoy cookie if you're looking. It's a Chips Ahoy. Got some chocolate in it. Like I see the regular Chips Ahoy chocolates. And then I see the Reese's Pieces. Right? So first and foremost, I got to tell you, a Reese's peanut butter cup over Reese's Pieces all day. Okay? So, like for me, if it was me, I'd go with Chips Ahoy Hershey with a Reese's peanut butter cup. But this is what we're dealing with here. Okay. And again, this is the cookie itself, and I'll show you the front cover one more time. The Chips Ahoy Reese's Pieces. Okay, just so everybody can see it. All right, I'm going to give you a taste. Okay. Now the Chips Ahoy is not one of my favorites. I'll admit that. I'll admit it, and maybe I'll rank it. Because like a 1-bite rule. But a Chips Ahoy needs to be in milk. So like I love those soft patch cookies. Oh, the soft patch cookies are where it's at, man. Soft cookies, so much better. But anyways, here's a Chips Ahoy with Reese's peanut butter cup. Oh, sorry, Reese's Pieces. I'm waiting for the Reese's Pieces. Okay, there it is. Let's give it a go. All right. So, I don't taste Chips Ahoy at all. And I feel like there's some forced peanut butter in there. Like, I was looking for Reese's Pieces in a Chips Ahoy. To me, that tastes like it tastes like a peanut butter cookie. It tastes like a crappy peanut butter cookie. Now, is it disgusting? No. Is it worth the hype? No. I got another one here. I need to let's try this again. Maybe I got a bad one. I mean, it looks like a Chips Ahoy, right? I don't have the Chips Ahoy. I want that Chips Ahoy chocolate. I don't taste it. All right. If I'm ranking it, being honest, I don't really taste the Reese's Pieces. Excuse me to talk. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth open, but this is how we're doing it. I don't taste Reese's Pieces. I taste a peanut butter cookie. A bad peanut butter cookie. So, I rank this a 5.7. The idea is good. The idea is good. So the idea itself gets a 5. The idea itself. Let me watch it down a little bit here. Just think about it for a minute. The idea gets a 5. I'm not dumping that thing in milk. You kidding me? I don't think milk can save this thing. Something needs to save that thing. It's a peanut butter cookie. It's a peanut butter cookie that's telling me it's Chips Ahoy with Reese's Pieces. It's not. So, I give you a 5 for the concept, but I only give you a 0.7 for the cookie. Why do I give you a 0.7? Because the concept is good, but it tastes like a damn peanut butter cookie. I could go to Roach Brothers and get a better cookie. You ever go to Roach Brothers and get them damn soft cookies? It's awesome. You ever get those cookies that they put in that damn silver bin? Just leave them out all day. Those things are awesome. That 5.7, and you only get a 5 for the idea. That's it. The 0.7 is just I'm bumping it up a little bit. Let's hear from some of you guys on this. I had to do a live taste test. I thought it was something that we could bring to the podcast here. It looks amazing. It does, right? It's a 5 for the look. Chips Ahoy Reese's. I didn't taste Chips Ahoy, and I didn't taste Reese's. Allison, that's disgusting. I wasn't impressed. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was amazing. Joe, are you done at the Sports Hub? No, I'm not. I'll be on tonight, tomorrow, next day, and I'll be on all next week. So I'm part-time, man. It's kind of when they need me. And every Saturday, the Over Under DraftKings show, 7 a.m. is with Dan Lifshitz. You have to wake up for that one. How do you do it not high, Joe? I don't know. If I was high, I think it would be a 6, right? Like if I had the munchies, that'd be like a 6. Kevbot said a 6.7. I go 5.7. 5.7. The soft ones are way better, Paul. Way better. Oh. Those cookies make him sad. The L fudge cookies, oh my God. The L fudges? I like to split them in half. Have the fudge and then eat the cookie. Oh. So, Paul's checking in. They have soft bake with Reese's Cups. So, again, Reese's Cup over Reese's PC all day. All day long. Michael's in on the soft patch. I agree. Mike, I could watch Joe sampling and ranking baked goods all day. Happy birthday, Mike. This cookie's not good, Mike. I even you. I don't think you would like this cookie. Now, here's another one. Sour Patch. Aren't they doing something now? Sour Patch in a cookie or whatever? I had Doug Kite on from Nesson a couple of weeks back, which you want to go back to the archives, you can do it. He thought it was pretty good. To me, it sounds a little gross. But maybe the sour is better than the chocolate. Isn't that a tough decision? You ever go to the movies and you're like, shit, what do I want? Do I want, like, M&Ms on my popcorn? Or do I want Sour Patch watermelons during the show? That's my decision. That's what's going on in my head. Because I like to get my popcorn and then pour the M&Ms on top of it. That's my thing. And then you got like this chocolate popcorn. It's great. It's awesome. But I want my Sour Patch watermelons. See, I do like Sour Patch Kids. What's my favorite flavor of red? And then they make the blue. Ooh, I'm in on the blue. But I like the Sour Patch watermelons over the kids. Now I want cookies. Yes, I want cookies too. I just had one. It wasn't that good. Gotta try the Chips Ahoy's or Reese's peanut butter bits. Yes, but is it gonna taste like a Chips Ahoy? I want that Chips Ahoy taste because that cookie's so damn dry that you dunk it in milk. It's so good, Peter. So good. Anyways, does anybody else put aloe in the fridge? I do. I gotta aloe it up, man. I have this one sunburn on my leg. My whole body, good. I tan very easily. But I must have missed a spot and the sun got me. Sun got me on one spot. Like popcorn and a bunch of crunch are pure magic in the movies. Absolutely. Absolutely. Goobers at the movies with popcorn. How about that? How about that? Aloe in the fridge is absolutely a lifesaver. I've already got mine in there. I'm just itchy. It's not so much the burn, it's the itch. Just trying not to go too crazy on that. All right, so we did our taste test. It looks good, but it's not good. Doesn't that suck? It's like you buy something that's like, ugh. And I do that when I go out to eat. I get food envy. Food envy is a real thing. Real thing. Like for me, I love pasta, right? I love pasta. And sometimes I should just go with my old favorite, chicken parm, pasta, boom, go. And then I'll mix it up. I'm like, let's do steak tips today or something like that. And then the steak tips are whatever. And then I'm pissed that I didn't get the food. I'm like that with seafood now, It's like I love fried clams. Fried clams are my thing. But sometimes I switch it up. I'm like, today why don't we do a little surf and turf? And I'm pissed that I didn't get the fried clams. Happens all the time. Food envy is like a legit real thing. Anyways, so that was my review on Chips Ahoy. Last night, came home and I put on a movie, and I haven't seen it in a while. But I watched the whole entire thing with commercials. It's an oldie but a goodie, but it's Something About Mary. Ben Stiller, Cameron Diaz. And the more I think about it, like it came out in 1998. So Cameron Diaz was still, smoke. A lot of funny scenes in the movie, the pork and beans. Obviously, everyone fell in love with Mary. Everyone was a stalker in the end. And of course, Brett Favre's in it, and it's her old boyfriend. And, she moves from Rhode Island to Florida. And, she's like this, golfer. And she's just living life, man. And she's got Magda, her, whoever it is that she lives with, who has that dog. And, she's always suntanning and all that fun stuff. But I just, when I watched it, though, I see Steve Sweeney, who I used to work for, as the cop at the window. And he's like, "Oh, we got a problem here." And he calls in, and it's Lenny Clark as the fireman. And it's like they're just like shooting the breeze. I thought it was so funny. So I thought that was good, but then I started thinking about like whatever happened to Cameron Diaz after that. And like I remember, like, has she always played some sort of crazy girl? Is that kind of like her thing? Like she was in that movie with the girl from the Titanic, where she was like upset where she lived, boyfriend cheated, and then like she like bounced, and then went to like another country, and then the other girl, Scarlett, they come back and they like switch lives or whatever. What the hell's the name of that damn movie? Whatever. She played a crazy girl in that. She was crazy in Vanilla Sky. Crazy in that movie. I might as well just start looking up Cameron Diaz movies. Whatever, she was smoking in The Mask. Of course, if you remember that movie, because that's kind of what put her on the map. Yeah, The Mask in '94. She did My Best Friend's Wedding, and then there's Something About Mary in '98. She actually got nominated as Best Actress. I hated her in Any Given Sunday. Hated her in that movie. She was a Charlie's Angel. Oh my god! And then she was in Shrek, Gangs in New York. The Holiday is that movie I was thinking about. I forgot about that one. Bad Teacher. She was in. I remember that. That was pretty. That was decent. Um, but yeah, that's it when it comes to Cameron Diaz. She she's meh, right? Meh, meh. What made me think though is Ben Stiller movies, right? And right off the bat, like when I think of Ben Stiller, I think of his dad, of course, who passed away recently from Seinfeld. Um, I believe he was local, right? I might have to double check on that. But thinking about his career, I believe he was in. I'm trying to think like what his best movie was, and the more I look into it, he had a great role in Happy Gilmore. If you remember, he was like the guy who ran his grandmother's place. But the cable guy he was in, Zoolander, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, then the Meet the Parents had a trilogy, dude. A trilogy. Like him and Robert De Niro, just like, yeah, we'll make another one. We'll just keep going here. Dodgeball was a great character. You cannot deny the character in Dodgeball was outstanding. It might be his best work. Might be. Tropic Thunder, Madagascar, Night at the Museum, which, whatever. That wasn't my thing. Dude has made a ton of dough. He's made a ton of dough. And then he had the Ben Stiller show, if you remember. That was on for a long time. But I watched that the last couple of weeks. But he's part of that frat pack, you know. Jack Black, Will Ferrell, Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, Luke Wilson, and Steve Carell. He's like the leader of the group or whatever from all the cameos that like he's made in all those movies. Like similar to the Brat Pack from years ago, man. Yeah. Anyways, I like Ben Stiller. He's been okay. Fun fact: Drew Bledsoe was supposed to be Brett's character. I did not know that. I don't know. Brett Favre is just it's just better. Like at the end when it's like, oh, let's make a decision here, and he's like, yeah, I called Brett. Don't worry about it. She's like, you forgot your keys, bah. And then she goes, what about Brett Favre? Like that's one of the greatest lines in well, not movie history, but at least in that movie, greatest line. Steve Sweeney, yes, local comedian. I worked on the Steve Sweeney show. I was a producer at times for that program. I was on the show before him, called the Lou and Mike program. Then I'd stick around and help him out. Interesting dude. We would literally just like call other comedians to come on. Like Tony V would come in all the time. Lenny Clark would call in all the time. Paul, what's his name? Frank Santarelli from The Sopranos. He was Georgie, if you remember the bartender at the Bada Bing. He was there all the time. Yeah, Steve was interesting. The dump button was something that definitely needed to be used often, and I think he's still doing radio somewhere here in Boston. But if you get a chance, like that dude is a legend. If you get to see any of his shows, it's worth it. Totally worth it. And that crew, man, you think about comedians nowadays, going back from those days to now, those guys are like legends. Everybody loves them. Like there was that crew from those ages, and then it developed into a whole different crew, like Dane Cook's, Gary Gulman's, Rob Kelly's. There was like, you think about where we're at now when it comes to comedians. But back then, like those guys were the staples here, playing at every single event in the area. And he was one of the, we just talked about the Brat Pack and the Frat Pack. Like that dude was one of the originators of Boston comedy, like legit, like one of the trendsetters when it comes to Boston comedy. Joe, think they'll actually cancel the PGA Tour? They might expect a few cases to go, but I don't think so. I mean, one dude got tested positive, they sent him home, and everything worked out. So, I mean, I think they're going to continue to go on with that, and I think it's already in place, right, to continue to do that. So, I don't think they're going to be canceling that by any means. I got one more topic we'll get into before we get out of here. So, again, if you want to shoot in any comments, feel free to do so. Just wanted to plug the show one more time. You can hear all the episodes of previous shows on Spotify, YouTube, and on iTunes. I think this is the 56th episode of Just Sitting Here. Not sure when else I'll be able to do one this week. I'm on tomorrow morning with Toucher and Rich. And then on Friday, I'm working the day, so I'm not sure when I'll be on. And then Saturday, we'll have the DraftKings Over Under show. And then next week, all week long, heading into the holiday, I'll be on mornings. John Wallach will be on vacation. So I'll be in for John Wallach with Toucher and Rich. I'll be on 6 to 10 a.m. all next week on Toucher and Rich. So again, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to do the podcast. I'm going to the beach a ton. I live 5 miles from the beach. So, and with all this weather here, I'd rather be there than doing this. And I'm sure at some point I'm going to have to go back to a real job. Whenever that happens, once these jobs open up, I mean, jeez, so many people are out there right now looking for work, including myself. It's like, when is this thing going to open back up? Not to mention, we've all been stimulated for the last few months, and that might be ending. So, might be time to get back to work sometime after the holiday. So, again, a couple more chats in, and then we will get out of here. Joe, do I fish? No, I don't fish. I did when I was like a kid. But I can't do the boats in the ocean anymore. Went on a bachelor party a couple of years ago on the boat, and didn't work out for me. But I think the weed brownies didn't help, so that could have been that. But yeah, not a fan of the. It's not that I don't dislike fishing, but I'm not like an outdoorsman. I'm a city kid, dude. Like I played sports, and fishing wasn't like my thing. Like I've never been camping in my life. Outdoor stuff, out. Hiking, out. One time I lived near Blue Hills. I got stung by a billion bees. Almost a My Girl situation. Trying to climb up Blue Hills, they got me. Damn bees. They got me. This one coming out, okay, regarding the golf. McDowell and Koepka just got sent home from the Travelers. Their caddies tested positive. Well, that sucks. I will say this. I do want to give props to Governor Baker quickly. People were pissed, right? Oh, why are they shutting everything down? Lowest rates of corona in the country right now. And I think it worked out. Like they played it right. I think he deserves some credit for it. Think about how much heat that guy got. People were protesting outside his house. It might have something to do with the healthcare too. Here in Boston might be some of the best, but for the most part, I want to give that guy props for sticking in with what he did. Final topic here for me. I saw this one yesterday. Michael Keaton will make a return as Batman again. After nearly 30 years, Michael Keaton is in talks to return to the role of Batman. He'll appear alongside Ezra Miller in the Warner Brothers' upcoming movie, The Flash. This is, of course, coming from something called The Wrap. Talks with Keaton are in the very early stages. It is far from a sure thing and can go either way. The plot will introduce general audiences to the idea of a multiverse, one of the core concepts underpinning DC Comics. So, I liked Michael Keaton. And granted, in 1989, he was Batman. He was good. The one thing that I liked about Michael Keaton the most, he played a very good Bruce Wayne. Isn't that the key? And dude, I watched the Joker movie again recently. The way that the Joker movie ended, it's going into that Bruce Wayne thing. I wonder if we can get like a sequel of the Joker with a little bit of Batman in there. I think that'd be great. Now, I liked Christian Bale. I thought he was good, but maybe those were just the best movies. So was he really the best Batman? And people like the Ben Affleck role. It's just, can you take Ben Affleck serious when it comes to being Batman? And then there was George Clooney, of course. But the more I look at it, I think this is a good move for Michael Keaton. Like, go back to the old days. Do it up, man. We're all nostalgic. Let's get into it. I'm in. Give me Michael Keaton as Batman. I'm in on that. And I want another Batman movie. Can we get another Batman movie? And that's why I'm making a petition today. They should make a new Joker and have it Joker versus Batman. And just do it. Do the whole story. Bruce Wayne coming up as a kid, the Joker's people killed his parents. Like, do the whole thing. Go all out. I think that would be a blockbuster. And, I know that right now, like, people aren't going to the movie theaters and all that, but, like, set this out for, like, 2022. Like, 2022, Joker, Batman, and you work on it and make it the best movie it can be. Because I'll tell you, when that thing comes out, we'll be pumped. We'll be pumped up. And I'm in on Michael Keaton being the new Batman. So, just wanted to throw that out there. Who is your favorite Batman? See, I think the Christian Bale movies were the best, but was he the best Batman? Who is the best Joker? To me, it's Jack. I know people have a special place in their heart about some of the other characters there. Joaquin was very good. And the dude from 10 Things I Hate About You was pretty good too. I'll give him that. But we need a new Joker movie. So that's it for me today. It's really it. The review. Chips Ahoy Reese's. Don't bother. Just get the regular Chips Ahoy's. Buy some milk. Call it a day. And if you want a good cookie, just buy that. Go buy those soft patches, or go to like a Roach Brothers, a Market Basket. Get one of those big Tupperware bowls of just cookies, chocolate chip, straight chocolate chip. It would be really good. All right, I will be on the Adam Jones program tonight. Congrats to my buddy Christian Arcand, who was told his contract was up, gave an announcement, and then the next day they called him and said, not so fast. So congrats to him. I'm filling in for him tonight because he thought he was going to no longer be working. So he's taking some time off, but he'll be back. So I'll be in with Adam Jones tonight. We'll have full 5 Zs. We'll play all the games, the game of Jones. We'll have a Would You Rather Wednesday. It should be a good one tonight. So, of course, one more time, I'll just keep plugging the Just Sitting Here podcast, Spotify, YouTube, and on iTunes. You can listen to old episodes that we have. You can rank them. You can write reviews. You can do all that stuff. And that's what I'm about to do here in a minute. I'm going to download everything, get it up on the old Spotifys and on iTunes so people can start listening to that. And I don't think there'll be another show this week. Again, you can find me tonight, 98.5 The Sports Up tomorrow. We get the Bankroll Boys at 7 a.m. With Toucher and Rich. And then I will be in Friday with Wallach and with Fred Toucher. And then all next week I'll be on Headlines in for John Wallach on 98.5 The Sports Up. So that's where you can find me going forward here, either there or at the beach. I'm not sure if I want cookies right now or if I want pizza. How about both? Pizza and cookies? Pizza and milk, though. I don't know, man. I don't know if we should mix that stuff. Anyways, all right, I am out. Probably won't talk to you guys this week, but again, find me on 98.5 The Sports Hub this week. We'll be we have some stuff to bet on finally, and we'll be doing a ton of I'm sure baseball stuff this week, and the NBA and their rosters are starting to change a little bit here as well. I will be at the Kowloon Car Hop. I believe I'll be making a visit soon, and I'll be tweeting that out as well here. So. Thank you for everybody who chatted in. Love it when you do so. Thank you for everyone for the kind words of late and following on Twitter and listening on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray, just sitting here. We'll probably talk to you sometime next week. And again, listen tonight, 98.5 The Sports Hub with Adam Jones. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.